German Chancellor Angela Merkel will wind up her work week flying to Athens this Friday. Much of Greece sees it as a symbolic visit to encourage it to carry through on promised austerity reforms. Eurozone finance ministers recently approved €8.3 billion in rescue loans for Athens. The last time Merkel was here was 1.5 years ago, and stones and petrol bombs flew in the streets, thrown by Greeks angry their country had run out of money and facing painful restructuring. With strikes and other social unrest continuing, their country is trying to get back into the international bond market. Economist Panayotis Petrakis says the Greek economy's great achievement since the Chancellor was here before has been producing a primary surplus during a recession. This means lower expenses for borrowing, but at the cost of higher unemployment. I think the country's greatest achievement is the endurance of its people. 4 years ago, Greece became the first Eurozone country to get a bailout. The conditions hammered jobs, salaries and pensions in the public sector. Many services were reduced to a minimum, and thousands of smaller companies closed up shop. The Greeks were forced to reinvent stoicism. This Athens resident says, "I think this visit's good, whether it's Merkel or any other European leader who comes. She's here for Greece's benefit. We got ourselves into this mess." However, this Athenian says Germany owes the Greek people huge compensation for World War II damages. For that, Germany paid Greece the equivalent of almost €60 million in 1960 and considers that matter closed. But Athens has said it always considered that a first payment. As for today's debt business, Berlin says to forget any new haircut. Our Athens correspondent says the Greeks will get no gifts from Merkel, but her visit shows strong symbolic support for Prime Minister Samaras and his party, ahead of the European Parliament and local government elections that will take place simultaneously in Greece in May.
Από την Αθήνα για το Euronews, Σταμάτης Γιαννίσης.